great food.
You know what I love about January 1st at midnight is the look on the guy at Walmart's face when it's 12:01 and you're like, I want a fishing license.
Let's go. Do you really shoot the halibut once you get him close to the surface?
We just shoot the halibut every Thursday.
Fellas, get back in that current.
I love it.
I hate
That's
you.
all right.
I hate me too, bud.
It's okay, Ryan.
I'm like a really fat branch, definitely.
Should we just fast forward to the part where I say, so you got skunked?
I have a question for you. So
You came to the right place, bud.
no, listen.
And we are back. You are listening to the Rutten River Pursuit podcast. We are sitting in the current.
Oh, we are.
Oh, yeah. Love it. We are Reality Outdoor Radio, where our mission is to get you in the outdoors by connecting you with the people, skills, and products you can trust.
You can trust them.
I'm Ryan. Who do I got with me tonight?
I'm Will.
Oh, that's a long way around the table. I'm Ryan still.
Crickets.
How's about that?
It's just us, bud.
It is, buddy.
Can we handle it?
You know what? I think I know what's going on, but before I get into it, I think I need to tell us all a little bit about this month's sponsor.
Orion.
This month's episodes are brought to you in part by Protection First Class Outdoors. PFC lubes were designed and developed to protect and lubricate your firearms, your bows, your tree stands, heck, all your outdoor equipment.
What about fishing rods?
Absolutely fishing rods, Stevie. You know it.
No way.
You know it. Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff was originally designed to use in automotive undercoatings. Now, it don't get more corrosive than that.
I heard that.
That's true.
Hey, Ryan,
Yeah, buddy.
does it leave a film or residue?
Absolutely not, Brian. No film, no residue. This stuff isn't going to harm the bluing on your firearms, any other kind of finish you got on any of your other outdoor products. This stuff is the ticket. And what? Now, wait.
I bet it freezes.
It does not freeze, Bucky.
What?
Oh,
But there's one more thing I got to tell you about. This stuff will also act as a cover scent.
You got
How many times you ever taken a well-protected and lubricated piece of equipment in the outdoors? It stinks, boys.
it
Yes, it
stinks.
does.
Not this stuff. They got the earth and the pine cover scent mixed right into the lubricant.
Wow.
They
Come
thought
on.
of
Can't beat it.
everything.
That's right, guys. Make sure you head on over to pfcoutdoors.com. Check out everything they got going on over there. Pick up some of that lube. It's the ticket. I sure do love that PFC lube. I'm telling you.
It's such a value add to our lives. Like, I know, like, cleaning your gun is a thing. Like you have to do that to maintain your investments.
True.
But like having PFC in your life, next level. Like,
Can't
it's
go wrong. And Chris is a pretty good guy. I mean, everybody just heard him talking to us again on the Christmas episode.
Chris
Part 2.
and Kirk, love them.
So, well, I think I know what's going on tonight. I think I know why the current's so shallow.
It is a hair shallow, but it's nice and swift. There's a lot going on.
Oh, there is a lot going on. I think, though, the reason it's just the two of us, other than Pick, who really couldn't be here tonight, I think everybody else has a little antler envy going on.
Yeah, of course.
You know what it is? You think that's it?
It's late. That's the kickoff to the late season.
Mm-hmm.
So all the tags that you have are pretty much fair game.
Yeah,
Buck tag becomes a doe tag.
it does. Check your regs. A lot of people actually don't even realize that.
Yeah.
Your antlered tag can be used as antlerless in late season. How's about that? Anywhere in the state.
Flintlock. It's like traditional season, bows and flintlocks. It's kind of a cool season.
I'm looking forward to seeing if I can't get that 50 caliber flintlock to go off. Or just in my case. Then there's a lot of profanity that follows. That's usually when the deer run off.
And then the deer get educated to your special language.
Yeah, they really do.
You sound like the dad from the Christmas Story.
I did hear some good news.
What's that?
Not everybody's even waiting until the end of the first day of late season.
This just in. Hot off the presses.
Mr. Spittle.
Andy Spittle collects another doe.
He sure does. That's a good size looking doe too.
Yeah, he's putting a hurting on the doe.
With the old smoke pole, they call it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
for him.
I know he looks forward to this time of year. And a lot of people do. Some people hold tags for this time of year.
Yes.
Just because they love it so much.
I actually, I mean, for many reasons, but I do like to save a doe tag for late season.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try to get one with my flintlock. Haven't been able to make that a successful thing yet. So,
Oh, really?
yep, there is a chance. This could be a first coming up for me. Because, correct me if I'm wrong. So, let me be the first to say congratulations, Andy.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Andy. Dang it.
I made it in there.
I'm a distant second.
I think we, as a pod crew,
Yeah.
have had a banner year. Like,
It's,
there are
yes.
there are some gaps. There's some people maybe who would argue that because maybe they haven't had as good a season as they've had in recent years. But as a group, as a whole,
Yeah.
I think we've had an above average year.
Bucky got a new ingranal.
That's right.
That's how good it is.
It's such a good year. Let's not make that an annual tradition.
Yeah, an ingranal tradition.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
That's how good of a year. Stevie still has yet to fill any tags.
Well,
A tag, let alone many tags that would necessitate an entire
tag holder.
tag holder. I don't even have a tag.
Well, actually, he's only a few short hours away from getting in line for that 2020 fishing license.
Oh, yeah.
Because, those are annual
Right.
tags.
No, I think he buys his like
He probably does. He's
Fi-
got the,
every
the
fifth.
5-year pin.
Yeah. But then you got to remember that it's like 3, 2,
I don't
1.
think it would work out well for me.
I would hate that. Yeah.
I would remember when I got the fine,
Right.
and then I'd have to pay that and my next 5-year license because I forgot. Oh yeah, this is the year I'm supposed to renew.
If they even let you, because you're an outlaw.
But I should probably stay on the annual renewal cycle.
Same here.
It's just easier for me.
It might cost you a little bit more. I don't even know. What is there a discount for buying it out?
I think so.
You're definitely safe if they increase the rate in the next 5 years.
Yeah, there is that option or that benefit. I think it is also discounted.
That's why Stevie does it though. Then
Yeah.
he's more
It's
frugal than some of us.
It'll cost you 1 for $6 or 2 for a dozen. It's your choice. I don't even know what that means.
We're not doing math, as Bucky
No,
would say.
They point that out pretty quick. But again, to my point, really, really good season.
Yeah,
We put a lot of meat in the freezer.
I would say.
And I don't think we're done yet.
No, I think that there might be another 1 or 2 somewhere.
I'm hoping so. I know there's a couple boys still trying. I saw the Deke was out tonight with his dad because today, as we speak, is the first day of late season.
So if you had, let's say,
My druthers?
yeah, if you had your
It's a new
druthers,
word to me.
yeah, if you had your druthers,
Mhm.
and maybe you got some druthers for Christmas, and you had them in possession,
Uh-huh.
and you had a year like I did,
Mm-hmm.
would you A, go to Texas for another deer hunt, or B, hang out with Tyler Dunn, maybe do some ice fishing?
Are you sure you want to ask me that question?
I do.
Here's the thing. I'm probably not going to make a lot of friends with this.
Sure.
And I love Tyler Dunn,
Of course
do.
you do.
but I'm not a
Who
huge
doesn't?
fan of ice fishing.
Yeah.
I would say, and folks don't even know why you've had such a banner year just yet. We've got some things to talk about, I believe.
I'm glad that it's just you and me because,
It'd be easier to get through the story.
yeah, and I feel like Pick would be like, well, I killed my biggest buck. And then, and I'd be like, you want to talk about that one
Here
too?
we go. Maybe you get your own show one day.
He's not even here to defend himself.
That's the best time to do it.
Yeah. Sorry, Pick.
I'm not. So
Sorry, not sorry.
sorry, not sorry.
Anyway, I have a decision to make. There's a couple deer maybe down in Texas that
I've heard they have a couple.
might want to fly home with me. And there's, and I don't know, maybe I should go fishing. I got a little bit of time off there over the Martin Luther King holiday.
Oh, okay.
So I got to make a decision soon.
Now, ice fishing is, I get the draw. I understand it. But for me personally, given the option, I would probably be hunting.
Yeah.
Although those striker ice suits are pretty sweet.
Right. They are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much more room I have in the freezer at this point.
Well, based on what I saw tonight, not too much, but
there's room. I'll make it.
We can make room. They also make more freezers. So
That's true.
I'm looking at least half dozen outlets that I can see, without turning my head even too far.
Yeah, every outlet should have a freezer near it.
General Electric is a big fan of you heading to Texas.
They make more than one to turn a profit. So, yeah. Well, anyway, that's one thing I got to figure out between now and then. So you're not wrong in your prediction that there might be more deer in my future. But like you said, in general, I think there's some guys that are still hungry, still hunting.
Oh yeah.
And the group as a whole, Pix had, what's he at, 2 or 3? 2?
I think just 2.
And $2.
$2 at that.
Spittle's got 2 doe.
2 doe down. Yep.
I
have a buck and my son has a doe.
Bucky's passed on a bunch of deer.
He did celebrate that a bit.
Some passovers.
Yeah. Kyle's got
2. 2 doe.
2 doe down. It was a movie. Was it 2 doe down? No.
2 doe
It was
down.
Black Hawk.
Yeah.
Down. That's close.
Stolen antlers.
Like Valor, but different. I like it.
I'm on number 4.
And a boy.
Archery buck.
Yeah.
Inline doe. Rifle season doe.
Mm-hmm.
Special regs. And then I got a new one to report.
One was with a slug gun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Special regs.
Special regs.
Slug gun.
Noise. And wait.
What?
Did you say you have a new one to report?
I do.
See how I acted all surprised? I actually know a little bit about this.
Oh.
I didn't want to foreshadow too much. What'd you do?
Foreshadowed it.
What'd you do? Let's get into this because
so-
I got some questions.
I over the pre-holiday weekend, I got to go to Virginia deer camp.
Is that right?
Yeah, with some family, and I have never gone down. I feel like a turd
For not going?
Well, because in my head they live further away.
Oh yeah, Virginia's not far. I mean, depending upon what part.
Yeah, and they're not far.
Right.
It's 2 hours and on a I don't know.
Did the accent change though? Does it sound like you're deeper into the South than you really were?
They're family, so they're rooted in PA.
Okay. But you can pick up some pretty significant Southern draw even in Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get too much of it.
Okay.
It's just south of DC, so it's still
City folk.
It's a melting pot there.
Okay. So you headed down to family camp in Virginia.
Yeah. And he has like 12 acres himself and like 5 other neighbors that have similar style properties.
Okay.
And it's this funny like little oasis of because it is so close to civilization, but like there's these big pockets of like land and
so compare that to your special regs hunt with the Parkins boys out toward Philly. I mean, you're not that urban, right? You're
suburban. Suburban as Kyle would say.
Right.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Okay.
And as far as like deer go, this year has been stupid for me.
The numbers?
The numbers are well, I know, like, let's put the suburban hunting aside for 1 second.
All right.
I think I've said
I just
this.
put it over there.
Yeah, I think I've said this before. I saw more buck in the first 3 days of archery than I did in the previous 6 years.
Okay.
So, like, it was just, I say it all the time. I crack some codes. I do this. I do that. I found some honey holes or whatever it is.
You put in some work.
Put in some time.
Yeah.
And I've been hanging my hat on the fact that I scouted 2 areas that honestly I didn't see a deer, but I knew if we hang a stand here or put up a, ground blind or whatever, we're going to see deer.
Right.
And
all things point to
yeah,
there should be some sighting.
there should be some deers.
Yeah.
And moving forward, with the stands, the recon that I had, eventually put trail cameras up and did confirm the deer, but I killed out of both stands.
Nice.
And that was just, I don't know, just epic because I never had to do that. I've been saying it all year.
Right.
I'm still just in awe.
It's the best way to reinforce all of the things that you think you know, the things you've been learning, the things you're trying to do right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, as Hannibal would say, I love it when a plan comes together. Am I right?
Yes. The A-team, Hannibal's.
Yeah. Not Lecter.
Not the fava beans and nice Chianti. He probably liked a good plan coming together too.
I'm sure.
So
what did Meg say to you?
He said that he could. Never mind, I can't say that. You almost had me.
Almost.
So fast forward to some special regs. I went back to the old will hunting styles, and people told me what to do. Go sit here, do that, blah, 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 blah. And I was still successful, greatly successful, by listening to other people and their scouting and their opinions and things like that. But it felt so much better. And I don't want to take away anything from the deer that I harvested. Right. In Virginia or even special regs. I don't want to take away, they're special. Anytime that you can close the deal, it's magical. And there's a magic, I'm having an unrealistic kind of year. It's not even, I don't think I've ever had a year like this. And it'd be weird if I expected it to continue, but weird things.
Well, I think
stranger things have happened.
There's another reason to maybe head south to Texas, because that's not going to be until 2020.
Yeah.
What better way to start off the next year by keeping the previous year's rolling?
Yeah.
So I'm just,
ride this.
I'm not trying to force you into one direction or the other.
They'll be calling me Big Kahuna because I'm just going to ride that
this
wave.
I want to say, and I went into this a little bit as we were talking about your archery success early in Pennsylvania. You put in time and you earned that buck. But the reality is, guys pay a lot of money in many, many cases to travel to hunt with a guide. And quite honestly, you're reliant in those scenarios on the time and effort that the guide put in. In this case, you're going down to a family camp. You've got someone there who's directing you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very similar to, a guided hunt. Hey, here's where we're seeing some things. Most of the deer are over this way, or, you get a better lay of the land because there's somebody with boots on the ground right there to give you the information.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. So,
but they can't pull the trigger for you.
No, they can't. That's the cool part.
Yeah.
So going down there, the funny part is you're exactly right. It was like a guide thing.
Yeah.
And his 12 acres, he has completely on lockdown. There's cameras everywhere.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. He knows where they're sleeping or bedding rather. And he knows where they're getting food. And it's kind of just everything's on lockdown. He has, he and a couple buddies are big archery guys. And frankly, I think it would be awkward if you were discharging a gun down there. I would feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Not that I think muzzle loaders are legal. I believe, but it's close. So the guys that do hunt that are awesome archers. Just from hanging out with them,
they know what's up.
They're next level. Yeah. So they're going to get close to deer, but the numbers in those little pockets of land are just
here we go again.
Ridiculous. again, just
You've seen more deer between your hunting with the Parkins and
Yeah.
your hunting in Virginia. You've seen more deer than I have in the last decade.
I'm sure. I don't think with Kyle, I saw at least 100. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
I
insane.
don't want to overshoot it or overstate it or be weird at all. But like, I feel like I saw 100 deer. Like it was that many. Like it was just everywhere I looked, there was
Yeah.
deer running, deer doing whatever.
That harkens back to the days I spent growing up in Tioga County.
With Robin Hood and Little John.
Almost those days. But yeah, up in Tioga County,
In
putting
the
on
Black
drives,
Forest.
and there'd be 20, 30, 35 deer come out of a drive.
Yeah.
All in a row. Pretty little maids all in a row. And you wouldn't bat an eyelash. Like that was just commonplace.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody got a buck and it was a little scrawny scrub buck, 6 points, not even out to the ears, you're like, woo,
Oh,
monster.
man. Get you some, bud.
You
Yeah.
better call the taxidermist. But, to see numbers like that, it's been forever and a day.
Right.
So that's pretty awesome.
No, it is. It is. You get down there, you get the lay of the land. And I kind of had an idea, never being there, I got an idea of what to expect.
And that's how good guide services get return clients,
Yeah.
get word of mouth, friends of clients to show up. And I almost wish Stevie was here. Never thought I'd say that before tonight. But
Write that down.
that's also how they get really good tips,
Yeah.
right? Because they're able to relay that information. It's better than boots on the ground. I mean, you've got Army Force Recon on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
these dudes know what they're doing. They know what's up. They're in tune with the property,
Yeah.
with the deer, the way that they move, and they're passing that information along to you. Again, nothing's guaranteed.
Right. Right.
So
right.
they're
That's
just
true.
putting all of the advantages in your favor. Now all you got to do is beat the deer,
Yeah. And
because you'll never be in advantage against a deer.
oh, sure. No, there's too many. His sniffer, everything. So
That stand creaks just a little bit at the wrong time. They gone.
Al has everything. He gets a new bow every year and a half. One of those.
So it runs in your family.
Oh,
How did skip Stevie's generation?
shit, I don't know. That's weird. One of the newest things he picked up.
I'm really picking on Stevie a lot tonight without him being here.
But
It's a
now's
theme.
the time.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
I think.
I got Pick's number.
Good.
But
Bucky's lucky he's injured.
oh yeah, he's got it coming.
Taking it easy on him.
You got to. He's got to heal.
Did we both just look at his empty chair when we were talking about him?
I miss you. I miss you.
Just so you know, Bucky, we both were staring at the empty chair as we were talking about it. It's sad.
Yeah, this would be a sad podcast if it just kind of filtered down to you and me. I think.
I don't think so.
No, I mean,
so far I'm
it's
pretty well
awesome.
entertained.
I love us. I love us.
I love us some us.
But I think that until we got used to it, like we're just like looking over and seeing Stevie's fox, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
We're using their absence as a crutch right now.
It is.
Yeah. We'd be all right 2 or 3 episodes in.
Yeah, you remember Stevie's laughter? But so
Sorry,
one
I
of
digress.
one of the things Al did was he picked up a new Raven crossbow,
Oh, he did not.
and I've been secretly lusting that after one of those things for a long time.
You're not the only one, bud.
I've been shooting them the last couple of years at ATA, and they're at a price range where it's like I can kind of live without it.
Right. You got to commit.
It's not at a price point where you can't live without it, but the design that they have and the thing, I think there's a lot of value.
Here's my take on it, and I have a lot of questions for you about actually taking a deer with the Raven.
Sure.
Working at archery shops over the years, I've had opportunities to shoot crossbows since they actually became, widespread legal in Pennsylvania. So without an actual permit,
Yeah.
you could hunt with one. Up until 2 years ago, I guess, when was the last time I was actively working in a bow shop.
Right.
I've shot everything.
Yes.
That Raven, when it came into the shop the first time, and these guys are telling me that there's a bow that shoots 425
Yes.
out of the box,
400 is the low one.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
but
wicked.
has an axle to axle of, is it 10 inches? And when you draw it, it's 8, something like that. I'm like, guys, come on. And I looked at this thing and I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't wait to see how loud this thing is, because the other thing that I'll say about crossbows, inherently they're loud.
Yeah.
That bow was quiet. It was so smooth. It shoots incredibly fast.
I mean, you can hear it's like a crossbow, but it's not like the Excaliburs and things like that. They're like, like they have an echo to them.
Obviously
It's a quick crack. It's not any kind of resonating.
No, you're not getting as quiet as you are with today's compound bows. But when you compare it against the other crossbows on the market, it's quiet. It really is actually quiet out of the box. No modifications to it. It's quiet. It's super quick, super accurate. My son's in love with it.
Yes.
And I showed him your picture.
Rightfully so.
And I zoomed in on the weapon. He's going to try to break into your house because he thinks you have it.
He thinks I have it right now.
He wants it.
I almost left with it.
I would have assumed, yeah.
If I wouldn't have left with my biggest buck ever, I might have taken that as a consolation prize.
You just you let the cat out of the bag.
I had to relate the fact that I love this crossbow. So I will tell you this: taking that crossbow for a ride is something I've thought about for a very long time.
I can't blame you for that.
Yeah, I was like, absolutely, you got to try it.
What kind of broadheads were you shooting?
The Grim Reaper, which you know what I mean. I'm not too unfamiliar with the old Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I'd say not.
No, and it's a Grim Reaper crossbow, it's 3-blade, and so that's what I prefer. So I think Al and I are on the same page about that. But so let's get into the stand.
Yeah,
these deer filter through, and
was this a morning hunt?
Yeah, 2 bucks.
The first 2 deer you saw?
No.
Okay.
No. Doe.
Everywhere.
Yeah. There's that.
Were you hearing them before you could see them? I'm just assuming in a small patch of woods like that, like, not that 12 acres is a small patch of woods, but based on the way you're describing this,
yeah,
I'm envisioning like deer are everywhere.
Yeah.
So just getting to the stand could be tricky, right? It's
one of those things I didn't think about it until like in retrospect. Mm-hmm. You're getting up early the same that you normally would.
Right. And at that point, you can't really do anything about it. So you just try to get to the stand as quickly and quietly as humanly possible. Yeah. And get up, get settled.
Yep. Hopefully something's going to.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees. But anyway, I got the big boy coming through. I was nervous because not my crossbow. No, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. That's not something that's traditional that you just, shoot it, do everything you need to do to get comfortable and make it happen.
You mentioned earlier something about the biggest buck.
Yeah.
This is the biggest buck you've taken?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's got to be tough on you. And that's like one thing that you can sort of fall back on or rely on in my mind, because I haven't killed a real like whopper.
Yeah.
As it were. But one thing I would hope I could fall back on is that muscle memory, the time spent on the range, the scope hours, all that fun stuff that we've talked about.
Yes.
On other episodes. Like you can sort of fall back on that stuff, but this is all relatively new to you. And here comes.
You know what's funny is yes and
Mac Daddy.
Yes and no. Okay. Yes and no. And I think that Al had some kind of help. He helped me out in a way.
Voodoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a way. And this is crazy. Ever since I committed to coming down to Virginia Deer Camp, he's been sending me. Yeah, remember I told you he has pictures, cameras everywhere?
Yes.
A lot of the cameras that he has are cell phone cameras, that send you the pictures. You get like alerts.
Instant, yeah.
You get alerts like text messages. Like constantly, like his phone doesn't shut up. It is hilarious. Before I go into it, I feel like I need this in my life, but at the same time, I feel like I don't need this in my life.
You need to set a special ringtone for that phone number.
Yeah, because bet. Once a buck, it should snort wheeze me.
I don't know if it can identify that.
It might.
Okay. I
Maybe
like
the
it.
technology's there, but we need to just apply it.
Patent pending.
I need that in my life. It's so funny watching him too. Like, because I honestly didn't hunt that much. I hunted just a little bit each day, but like, because then we cooked. Like Leanna came and cooked, and everyone was cooking, and just it was a holiday.
It was a family visit during the holidays.
Yeah, it was
basically the hunting was an add-on bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the fact that you got to do what you did is a icing on top of the
that
bonus.
was the
you know that saying.
It was the fondant on the top of the cake.
Thank goodness. Yeah. Now you know what to name your buck.
Fondant.
The fondant buck. People be like, where'd you get that? French Canada?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The fondants.
Yeah. I named them crepes. It's a really little thin pancake. But it's so cute. Like watching Al like light up. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Like he's never seen a deer before. And that's over by the, whatever tree and that, So I got a really quick education, and there was all kinds of buck. And like I said, ever since I committed to going down there, he was sending me pictures left and right. I said to Al, a lot of these deer would qualify as my biggest buck.
Nice.
Because there was multiple big bucks, big for Will.
Did he ask you, well, what are you looking for? Like, what's a shooter for you?
Yeah, not really. He didn't, but like.
Does he listen to the podcast?
There wasn't any ear tags, like,
Well, no, but like some guys will tell you if you go hunt a property like that where obviously somebody's managing it and taking very good care of it and they're familiar with the deer, they'll be like, I don't want you to shoot anything under this or make sure you look for this buck that has this. Oh yeah,
there was definitely
notch out of his ear.
Some coaching and like I said, I saw a number of the deer, and I think that's ultimately what helped me because I know that there's bigger deer than what I got. So I maybe in my head somewhere I was like, this is a big deer, but it's not Mac Daddy. But if I saw this...
Do they have antler restriction in this part of Virginia?
I don't know. I don't really know.
So my deal would have been, if it's legal, I'm probably going to take a shot.
Well, I was going to as well. But luckily the first set of deer was some doe and a buck, or a couple bucks. And he come at me straight on, and I had to wait for him to turn.
Okay.
And the other part that helps whenever you're using something that's not yours is the closer they can be, the better.
Sure.
And he was 15.
Is that right?
15 something.
Nice.
Give or take.
Ended up broadside?
He gave me everything I needed to make everything happen.
I love it.
Forgive me for sounding crude, but I took the top of his heart off.
Oi.
Yeah. And he literally went all but 20 yards and collided with a tree, and that was where he stopped.
That's neat. It's just amazing to watch. When you get to see a deer go down anytime, is amazing. When you see him go down with archery equipment and they're going down with in sight.
Yes.
Especially like
this is really also quick. It was the perfect like bass drum.
Oh, like that 2x4 hitting a wet garbage bag.
Yeah.
Type sound. Yeah.
Into a mule kick.
You got the mule kick.
The perfect mule kick.
Nice.
And then, the little takeoff, which, didn't last long. He petered out real quickly.
Well, and even if that tree wasn't there, he was snow plowing within a couple more steps because he was dead on his feet.
Yeah.
But to be able to see them go down in sight with archery equipment there's just something special about that.
I was beyond like I shook the rest of the morning. Like it wasn't. I didn't stop, and for it's just
What kind of stand were you in?
just like a ladder stand.
A ladder stand, okay. Because I know some of those little hang-on stands and stuff, you start the leg shaking starts,
I hate
and
that,
it's like,
and I
ooh, I don't know if I'm getting down.
It's
for a
not my
while.
preference. It's not my preference at all. Yeah,
Oh, you were in a hang-on down at Kyle's.
Yeah.
That's what.
I'll do it.
I remember hearing you in
Tracy
this thing.
Groves broke me into them, and I'll man up and do it, but I don't prefer it.
Yeah.
But as many...
Sounds like a situation like this. Really, really nice buck. Some new equipment. You're seeing him go down. It was better that you were in a ladder stand.
As many trail cameras as Al has,
Yeah.
he has an equal number of stands.
Okay.
Or maybe more. I don't even know. Like it's so great. Like he really is so passionate.
I just need an address then.
Yeah. I think he's just so passionate, and he has the biggest heart on the planet. Like the next day, his stepson got his first buck. He's lived there for a large portion of his life,
Oh, that was the picture I saw with you and another guy with 2 buck in frame, and that was was a 7 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice buck.
Yeah. I think that he was in and out of hunting. Like
Congratulations. Let me be the first to say.
Congratulations, Zach. Dang it. I think he was in and out of hunting.
Yeah.
So I know Al was really...
But days like that will be definitely a reason to come back.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
The other part, this is the more fondant.
Oh, more of it.
More fondant. Right after I left, he sends me pictures of turkeys. He sends me pictures of more bucks. I feel like had it been something back here, that place would have been blown out.
Yeah.
For at least a week or something. Like the next day, here's another 8 point. Just another.
Well, the woods will recover pretty quick, especially if there isn't a lot of woods around. So
yeah.
I've gotten pictures of stuff on the same trail camera where I've drug a deer out.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I feel like it can blow it out easy too. And but maybe
It's not really an option down there.
Yeah.
Too many.
They don't care. Mitch is gone.
Ah, poor Mitch.
Didn't make it to breakfast.
Has anybody seen Mitch?
Yeah. It's like Bucky not showing up to the podcast. Oh, he'll be here. Maybe.
Well, I hope that everybody who's still got tags left, whether they're normally at this table or they're just listening to us.
Yeah.
Hope everybody with tags left has an opportunity to fill them the next couple of days here in late season. If not, be able to fish soon.
Yeah, ice fishing's right knocking on our door.
It is. I got to ask before we wrap this thing up with a little Christmas bow. Well, how was your Christmas?
I had a great Christmas.
Yeah?
I'm still kind of feeling it out a little bit. I know I got a new mic, a little shotgun mic for us.
Oh, for the camera?
For the videos.
Nice.
You know how we have to make do with a little lavalier mic, and then one guy's hot and one guy's soft. This will cure that.
Okay.
It's just
I think you guys do amazing work on the videos, so it always comes out sounding perfect.
Yeah. Well,
even when you get me in front of the camera, and that could be a trick.
Oh, you're gold. You're magical.
I'm something.
You're platinum. Double platinum. There might be a gun in the future. It was kind of funny. Leanna and I went shopping, and we went to this place in Bedford, PA. It was Cove Creek Outfitters.
Okay.
They have some high-end guns. And Leanna was like, she was playing it cool. Mm-hmm. Is this a 6.5 Creedmoor?
Oh.
And I said, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Mm. And is that a good gun? I like it. I really do. Isn't that what you used in Texas? Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. That's a really good one. You should get it. you know? I said, oh yeah, I should. And when we pulled it out, I grabbed a Fierce, which is like a custom rifle.
Yeah. I've heard of those.
And I think this one was like $2,600 or something like that.
Should have got two.
So I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I said, listen.
Sounds like a bargain.
I'm going to leave you to talk to these guys.
Yeah.
You know, while I go look at shoes.
Boots. You should have said boots, but okay.
Boots.
Mama said they were my dancing shoes.
Mama said they'd take me anywhere. It obviously didn't happen. Maybe we, for whatever reason. But there were like other guns there that I probably could have got, but I led.
Well, at that point.
The key word here was.
What happened, Will?
He said that the $2,500 one was the one. Well, what was I supposed to do, Ryan?
Well, you can't get a backup plan.
What was I
you
supposed
can't go
to do?
plan
I was
B
like,
at that
well,
point.
I'm up the creek without the paddle, as they say.
Cove Creek.
I'm up Cove Creek without a paddle when the $2,500 gun was the one.
Right. I mean, you could have texted me that day. I could have given you some advice.
I should have done that.
Yeah, well,
The advice would have been, get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, get two because I need one.
It's like a point.
Take my money.
Yeah, it's like a 0.5 MOA out of the box.
Oy.
Yeah, it's like,
So tell Ryan what we settled on.
I don't know where we're at yet.
I know where
We're in
at.
negotiations.
We're still in negotiations.
So I think,
Okay.
I say, for the first time ever, we get the scope first.
Oh.
And then the
Yes.
Creedmoor a little later, so Mama can save.
And I'm thinking that maybe a 4x16 eliminator.
Don't you think?
Oh.
Was that Burris episode not amazing?
I was really hoping you were going to lean toward a Burris.
I kind of feel like they could take down like sniper planes
You
if
almost-
we wanted them to.
You
It's a
almost got
sniper
to.
plane.
Well, you know.
This is a
Plane
plane
full
full
of
of
snipers.
Snipers. What else would it be?
You
They
need,
pick off snipes.
you need to stay in your lane.
I think the Burris Eliminator,
Yeah.
it pulls on the heartstrings of all of the Chris Kyles inside us all.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. It just
Everybody should try a little bit.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania boys don't think like 300
And you don't have
yards.
to dig deep to that high school trigonometry at all. You
Thank
make a little
goodness.
twists,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, boom,
The curvature of the earth.
curvature of the earth is considered. Thanks,
Hey.
Burris.
Hey, just for the record, not all of us did trig in high school. All right? Why don't
I
you
did
get off
enough
your
trig
high
for
horse and
you.
sit at the table with us?
I did enough trig for you in high school.
Get off your high
It's
math.
all good. Get off your high math.
I did a zero trig myself.
Good evening, fellas.
I tripped
Did you just hear us talking?
over a trig book by accident.
Oh, did
It
you?
was my trig book. I did. I heard my names
Uh-huh.
and
You knew it was time.
thought I'd travel down to the pod room here.
You were just trying
By
to
the way,
keep
I
Will
love
straight
the
on that
I
gun
love the
story.
new the new decorations here.
There's not much yet. We're still figuring out.
We're behind a few mounts, but we're on it,
Yeah.
Couple more seasons like this,
right?
we're going to have to expand the
Tell
room.
you what, Mama's back still hurts from butchering deer.
Yeah. You've been
I'll do it again
Having
and
a-
again and again.
a banner season yourself.
It's been great.
Good for you.
Did you make anything new?
Well, as the podcast listeners know, we always have pheasant Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is sort of like our Christmas.
Correct.
And traditionally, for the past 13 years, we've had pheasant Christmas Eve. Now, whether it's Will harvested the pheasant, we got a donation from Catfish. Thank you, Catfish. Never Stevie, because there's just not enough pheasant shot out there.
Well, I'd be in that boat too.
Yeah.
You'll never get a Christmas pheasant from me, I'm sure.
You had one job, Stevie. One job. So we always have pheasant. And, after 13 years of married Christmases together, you run out of ideas.
Okay.
In swoops, atbbq.com,
All things barbecue.
allthingsbarbecue.com, and Chef Tom. Let's be good to one another.
That's what he says at
And-
the end of every.
Doesn't he post Christmas pheasant enchiladas? I can't.
It's
No,
like-
I die.
It's
I'm dead.
like he knew.
No, it's like he knew.
He knew you needed it.
It's like he knew. Folks, if you are by an internet machine,
He just so happens to, quote unquote, have a refrigerator full of pheasant.
that's literally what he says in the video. Like, don't we want to get to know Chef Tom?
It sounds like we probably
I'm now on a
should.
mission to get him on the show. And when I say mission, I mean stalking. But you know,
I'd expect nothing less.
I mean, you know how it goes. They post this recipe of Christmas pheasant enchiladas. Folks, I want you to go to your internet machine, punch in AT. Thank you, honey. That's exactly what it sounds like, actually.
Generally.
Punch in atbbq.com. And in the little search, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop,
Yeah.
type in pheasant enchiladas. You're going to see a masterpiece of Christmas themed dishes, period. Please don't get intimidated. You're going to make 3 sauces. Just put on your big girl panties and do it.
Or big dude.
You
panties.
can do it. Sauce number 1 is the Verde, which might take over our fridge as the new go-to sauce. Are you thinking?
I think it's going to have its place.
It's fresh.
You're talking the other go-to sauce.
It's
which
not
is
going to replace
the
anything.
red, right? Like
It won't replace the Resi Hot.
The Resi Hot.
That's
is
always
what-
in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's a compliment.
The Resi Hots are buffalo sauce.
Yeah. That's really, really unreplaceable.
With a,
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Oh, yeah.
as they say in Bedford County near Cove Creek, Italian.
Nat King Cole sang that song.
He did.
Unreplaceable.
That is what you are.
That's what Resi Hot is. But this was like the Verde.
That's why I love. I'm sorry.
It's a good voice. It's a good song.
You nailed that one, bud. I'm proud of you.
So the Verde might live in the fridge beside the Resi Hot. Easiest pie, tomatillos.
Excuse me?
God bless you. For those of you that don't know what tomatillos are, it's kind of like a cross, like if a tomato got busy with a lime,
Yeah.
that's a tomatillo. Please don't substitute green tomatoes for this. It's totally not the same thing.
I was just going to say.
Yeah. But like tomatillos that come in their little husk and you kind of unwrap them. We're fortunate enough that our actual grocery store
Did you ever
carries
see that
them.
movie?
Fried green tomatillos. Nice. Took me a minute.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So
You weren't even the
I
same.
got you now.
Tomatillos, a bunch of cilantro, 3 cloves of garlic.
Ryan, I think
I'm going to throw this out.
You're in on the cilantros now.
I did it to you. I slipped cilantro in on you. You didn't even know.
I didn't. I was actually sitting at the table
And you're like, I will not
making
put cilantro in my mouth.
snide comments about said cilantro.
Like you're eating
Didn't
buckets
even know
of
I
it.
was eating it.
You literally
So-
ate like buckets of it,
That speaks to the recipe.
doesn't
That's
it?
true.
Right? The
And
thing as a
Chef
whole,
Tom.
And Chef Tom, let's be good to one another.
Pheasants-
Let's be good to cilantro.
enchiladas
Yeah.
supersede and overpower the horror that is cilantro.
No truer words were spoken.
I mean,
if you're not
come on.
married to Will Miser, you can put onion in this Verde sauce. If you are, you throw onion powder in, such as life.
Yeah, I could see the value
Such as life.
in having some onion in it.
2 jalapenos or jalapenos. Yeah, boom. There's your Verde sauce. Toss it all in the Vitamix or your Blendtec or your blender. Or if you're muscly, your mortar and pestle and have at it. There's your
I don't know if
Verde.
you could get that Verde.
I don't think you could get
In
that
a
Verde
mortar
in a
and
mortar
pestle.
pestle.
Well, that's how they did it in the olden days.
You'd have to really.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they also died at 35. So maybe there's a reason.
With big
And they didn't have
forearms and shoulders.
podcasts.
Forearms.
Eating a lot of onions and cilantro. Next up is your Rojo or your red sauce. Yeah. Yeah.
red
This one's a little bit complex.
I thought a Rojo was.
On the crew team.
He's laughing right now.
The fans,
He
the
can't
fans
even
of the
get
crew
it
team.
together.
Oh, she's
She's a rojo.
a paddle chaser.
I can't even with the Rojo. It involves like a cinnamon stick, rehydrating chilies. It's just Google that one. Chef Tom will help you out. Third sauce.
Who dehydrated the chilies in the first place? That's my question.
Right.
Hey, I found hatch chilies for this, which it is like a rare find. I know.
It would be damn near impossible to find in my house.
Right.
What
So I
came
don't
first?
have any of those.
The chicken or the hatch.
The hatch chilies or the regular chilies?
I don't know.
Oh,
Then you do your sour cream sauce. That's easy peasy.
Okay.
I mean, come on. You make a basic roux, sour cream,
Like a baby kangaroo.
like a baby kangaroo roux. And then we had leftover pheasant stock. So I added that. Or you can use chicken stock if you don't. And some
what's the gestation
cheeses.
of a kangaroo? Like the
That's a great question. Again, if you're by your Google machine.
Hey, Alexa. Sorry.
Okay, so 3 sauces made, set them aside, time to brine the pheasant. Here's where I think we've gone wrong in all our years past. We've not been
You didn't
brining
have brine
pheasant.
buckets?
You know what? Tried the brine bucket, Ryan. Failure.
Really?
Those pheasants are tiny.
oh, we got a
Didn't
big brine
realize-
bucket though.
Yeah, we got a huge brine bucket. Totally like misjudged space.
I assumed
everything.
that the brine bucket I saw was for a turkey. You were
Yeah.
putting your pheasants in there?
Yeah.
Well, I thought 2.
Okay.
You know, we might, but no, epic failure. So I pulled them out and put them in the old Ziploc. 1 gallon will do you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we purchased. I'm going to get this brine wrong, but go to atbbq.com. You'll get this brine, but it's a lime fajita brine bath.
We are not paid or sponsored at all by these guys. We just actually.
But if you want to
really-
call us,
yeah, please
Feel free.
yeah,
holler at your boys
right, and
over at the
girl,
Rutten Rivers.
And
No,
girl.
but we really do. They are in so many ways have changed our dining experience.
probably 24 things we've ordered off this website. I can't tell you that one of them has not exceeded expectations. Amazing,
Did we get the Johnny's maple from them?
absolutely.
So the Johnny's sugar maple rub.
Yes. I
That
saw a
was in
picture of
our
the
in
other
our sweet potato casserole.
It's in your sweet potato casseroles. But what we did was we made. I'm just going to deviate a little bit for Christmas breakfast.
Phil, I hope you're listening because honest to God, this was your idea.
We made steak and eggs with Johnny's maple rub.
Yes.
Yeah, rubbed it in.
So
Gave it a
it's-
rubby dub.
So it's a hair sweet.
But yet peppery.
So, and it just kind of adds to the whole breakfast theme.
Venison steak and eggs. So brine it in the fajita lime,
I'm really,
whatever.
I have to stop you guys for a moment. And I have to give myself some accolades here.
Oh, you should.
Go on.
You guys talk of cilantro and sweet potatoes.
Like it's nothing.
And yet I
We've
still come
turned
here
your corner.
and eat.
Yes, you do. Again and again.
And it's delicious every time.
And I
I don't
send
get it.
food home with you too.
Yeah. Like
I
the
don't understand.
You guys are turning me into some kind of weirdo. Sweet potato eating cilantro hugger.
God. I love it. I love it.
Anyway.
After you've brined it, now here's where we depart from Chef Tom just a little. Because God love you, Chef Tom. I've been cooking pheasant for a while here. Bringing sexy back Pennsylvania sexy pheasant. It might be a little bit different than your Wichita pheasant. I threw it in the crock pot. Now
Those Kansas pheasants don't have to work
those
for it.
Kansians are just, they got tenderer pheasant.
Yeah.
More tenderer.
Flatlander pheasant. That's what I call it.
So I knew when he said, throw it on the grill off these pheasants, it's not going to work for our PA pheasants. So I threw mine with that brine bath into the crock pot. Gave it an 8-hour simmer on low. Once I shut off the crock pot and pulled the pheasant out, I mean, I thought I was going to pull the pheasant out, but what I was left with was like every time I put the tongs in, everything shredded like underneath the tongs.
And that's what you want,
And
right?
fell like immediately down. So I had to like pour it into here you go, fellas, chinois.
Bless you.
And yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Exactly.
You have a cold.
It's just a nice little French sieve, and pick out the pieces of meat.
Can
Thank
we just
God I had
call it
about a pound.
Colander?
A colander, a very fine colander. Yes,
Yeah.
sure. Break it, Frenchie.
I got a cut once and put some French sieve on it.
are
Yes,
American.
you did. Yes, you did.
We are American.
Shredded up, thank God, exactly 1 pound of pheasant meat from these 2 pheasants, dark and white. I think Chef Tom's
their names?
recipe. Right.
The pheasants' names were dark and white.
Yeah. Instead of left and right this time, it was dark and white.
The Twix pheasants.
Yeah. Left pheasant, right pheasant. Got exactly a pound, which is what the recipe called for. Tossed it in the white sauce.
That's averaging a half pound per pheasant, give or take.
And listen, Mama took. I was picking bones. Like Ruger was supervising the whole thing, going, "You missed a spot."
Good for him.
You know me, I pick a pheasant totally clean because I know the work that Catfish will,
Just looking for him.
not Stevie, put into it.
Yeah.
I know it's there. So got a pound, tossed it with the white sauce. And then here's where you get your trusty ice cream scooper.
Okay.
12 flour tortillas. Don't church it up and go corn. Trust me on this one, it'll fall apart on you. Go flour. Scoop it into the 12 flour tortillas, roll them up, put them in a pan.
Okay.
I thought the scoop was for the tortillas. I'm trying to figure that out, but that's to scoop the meat into the tortilla. I got you now.
Because the meat is in the white sauce.
Caught up.
Roll up those flour tortillas, throw them in we got this amazing cast iron 9x13 baking dish to put on the smoker because I was ruining my glass on the smoker, but I'll happily do it again because it's delicious.
I don't blame you.
Throw them in. You could probably finesse them, jigsaw puzzle them into a cast iron pan if you don't have a 9x13 cast iron baker. Cover it with the green sauce. Cover it with the red sauce. Bake it off. Merry Christmas. There you go.
And the final result, Ryan,
Delicious.
it was good.
And festive, right?
The
Red and green. Like they were red and green.
And the white of the rice.
Oh, I made a jasmine rice, which you said, what is special about this rice? I'm like, it's totally overcooked.
Now you called it jasmine rice. So what's
Yeah, it's different.
It's
This
just
from
the
like
cut of the
Aladdin?
grain. No, right, exactly.
this Disney rice?
It's
I
just,
can
it's just
show
so
you the
magical.
rice.
exactly. It rides on a magic carpet. It's just the cut of the rice. Jasmine's a little bit of a longer grain than anyone else. So
I can show you a grain that's longer.
He's really
shining,
he's good.
shimmering, splendid.
Cilantro.
Onion. and then I skewered up a couple of bell peppers just for funsies.
Yeah. Little red, little yellow.
Because I'm always trying to sneak vegetables into this guy
Yeah.
because I love him and I want him to live like long time. And I'm sneaking vegetables in all the time on this guy.
I don't know that vegetables is going to help with that.
I'm trying.
I think he's got this.
The things they believe these days.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean it. And when you get pheasants, I
It was
believe
so
you could
good.
probably figure this out with wild turkey. You could probably throw in some chicken thighs from the grocery store, figure it out that way. I'm not here to judge.
Yeah.
But if you want to grind some venison, I'm thinking,
Oh, venison enchilada
right?
would be delicious.
Yeah.
Browned it up
Yeah.
in the pan and maybe drizzle the brine bath.
Carne de venison.
Yummy. Oh,
That
hey,
too.
we should give some love to, again, they do not sponsor the show at all, but Cattleman's Mexico taco spice is what we used all throughout. Like,
Oh, that's a cattleman's?
yep, Cattleman's
Seasoning?
that we got from atbbq.com. Delish. Again, not a sponsor, but I wholeheartedly suggest everyone pick up them Cattleman's spices.
Didn't you have a funny like ingredient rush?
Oh, okay.
Go on.
I don't know how to say this, but I might be stalking Chef Tom and Chef Britt of atbbq.com. It's not to restraining order level yet. But give me time. And
She is dedicated. I'll give her that.
he might have posted these Christmas enchiladas a little bit beforehand.
I blame him.
And I might have slid into his DMs and said, okay, so I don't think you understand. I make pheasant every Christmas Eve. When are you going to post this video? He's like, Christmas Eve. It's going to work out for you. I'm like, no, it ain't. What's going on in these enchiladas? Tell me now. He gave me like a flyover. He didn't give me the whole thing, but he gave me a flyover. Mm-hmm. And once I saw the ingredients, I was like, oh no. So I got on allthingsbarbecue.com, loaded everything up in my cart, and paid an embarrassing amount of shipping to get these ingredients. Because these are ingredients that it's like a small, family-owned business.
They're niche ingredients.
They're very, controlled and quality-driven. So I went to atbbq.com and loaded them up in my cart. I am happy to say the actual cart total was just a little bit more than the shipping. So that's good.
You don't want to do a straight 50-50.
But other than that, it was an embarrassing amount of shipping, but it all made it here in time.
It made it here in time.
It sure did. And
there was no way
were they good.
No way of finding a substitute ingredient?
I don't want to because I trust them so much.
I understand.
Like everything has to, you've eaten a lot of ATBBQ recipes here.
Lately.
You have. Our smoky scallop potatoes, all kinds of stuff.
With the exception of the cilantro. And the sweet potato.
Which you didn't even know you were eating.
I'm in.
How many people?
4.
You're probably close to being accurate.
17.
But how many people in recent, the last couple of weeks, have gotten a smoke tube?
Oh my word! I've seen everybody posting on the smoke tube.
All Things Barbecue.
Yeah.
Yep. That is all because.
Which, by the way, I should say you put pecan pellets in the smoke tube when we were cooking the enchiladas.
I did do that
on the Traeger. I should say that.
I'll tell you this.
Clay Potts told me to do that.
I have 200 times as many as I did 2 weeks ago.
Clay Potts.
What kind of pellets you using?
I got a blend an apple.
But it was amazing, and I highly recommend it. We'll post photos this Sunday. It's going to be my resi. So it cleans up this year's 52 weeks worth of resis.
I'll tell you what, delish.
Thank you.
I'm going to say it again because it was phenomenal.
It was probably our favorite way to have Christmas pheasant for sure.
It was pheasant-ominal.
So no pressure, Chef Tom, but you've got to
perform for next year.
You've got 363 days to get your act together.
Go on,
figure this out.
Get her done.
No, we've eaten a lot of ATBBQ. And our family has, and our podcast family has. So, it's just... And what's really cool, I think, is because we're recreating their recipes at such a rapid rate, some people might think it's our recipe and not know anything about ATBBQ.
Until now.
Well, I pulled back the curtain a little bit there on that
a little too much.
Open the kimono.
But, but it's funny, they really have helped us out.
I will say this, of all of the things that I have tried, and I'm not sure which ones came from All Things Barbecue.
Sure.
Or not. Of all of them, there's only one I didn't like.
What's that one?
I'm not going to tell you. Maybe you should make them all again. And I'll try them all a second time just to see.
Yeah. You trash can a hip quiver.
That's a little dirty.
This is my way of trying to get you to make them all again.
That's a low blow.
I got a couple in the hopper. We're not done. Can I just tell you that before I came down here, I was putting the finishing touches on sourdough. That's going to go out on the smoker tomorrow morning.
Get out of town.
I'm going to give it a shot.
You start smoking bread.
We'll see how it goes. It could be an epic failure. But we'll report back in future podcasts.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much,
Leanna. Welcome,
Miss Leanna. If anyone needs help on what to do with wild game,
yes,
slip into our DMs.
Zero excuse, folks. If you never feel like you got cooking wild game right, you've got 8 new best friends plus 1 cool chef to help you out. And that's me.
Nailed it.
And we'll just, as quick as can be, we
troubleshoot all the time.
We'll send you a link to Chef Tom and Chef Brady.
Yeah. But we got a stack of our own recipes. Oh my word, catfish.
Marinades.
Like his redfish brine. all this good stuff.
Wedding
We've got
macaroni and
Nana's
cheese or
funeral potatoes. We've got Nana's drunken venison in the crock pot where she uses an entire bottle of red wine. Come on now.
Ooh,
We're here.
that sounds good.
We're here.
this is I think we did this topic a little justice.
We sure did, bud.
You know what I'd like to know now?
What's that?
Stevie, can you tell us who our other sponsor is?
Hi, Stevie.
This month is also brought to you in part by Miser Creative LLC. Rutten River Pursuits podcast is a production of Miser Creative LLC, and if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or if you need help creating video content for social media, look us up. Give Will an email at will@ruttenriverpursuits.com for more information or pricing options.
Yes, Stevie, Miser Creative Media does a lot of things behind the scenes to A, keep the lights on, and B, we help out some other businesses.
I just turned the switch today and the lights went on. So
It's amazing, right?
happy for that.
That's how that works.
Happy for that.
But we help out some other businesses to produce some of their own shows, whether it be a podcast or some multimedia experiences.
Well, as you mentioned.
So Ryan,
Miss Leanna, yes?
when we're not making smoked pheasant enchiladas,
And making
Shooting the biggest buck of our lives.
I got my biggest buck.
and
And I got my biggest buck.
missing all the code words for a Creedmoor.
Like I said, you give me an inch and I'll ask for the mile.
It was not good.
What?
Not good.
What was not good?
The mile.
Oh,
I missed it by a mile.
did you? I thought there was.
That's where I can help with this entire
I always-
situation.
I like the. I'll go big and work my way back.
No,
I was
have her
expecting.
text me.
I
I'll
got to
be like,
do it
"Oh,
next time, Ryan. I'm
He
sorry.
only asked for a mile. I would have thought he would ask for 10, so you probably should just give him the mile.
Yeah,
You're
I,
right.
I
You're
was
right.
fully expecting her to be like, you know what? We have whatever X number right now that could go either towards your Creedmoor, or is there another Creedmoor that would fit this budget? And then
That's not what happened.
that is she left it go, and I thought, well, then I'll wait a little bit longer for that one.
I have one question.
Yes.
Would you prefer he had a Creedmoor or a Creed less?
I'm an American.
Yeah. Not an American. I think we're going to get the burst scope.
Boom.
And then we're going to pick up the Creedmoor in a couple of months.
See where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Love it.
First time ever you get the scope before the gun. Come on now.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yahtzees.
So were you starting to ask me something?
So Ryan, when we're not doing all that stuff, where can people find us?
Well, as always, they can find us at RuttenRiverPursuits.com. They can find us on all the social media properties like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And the Twitters.
The Twitter.
Show me your Twitters.
Slip into
Make
my
that a new
DMs.
thing. Yes. And,
It's okay. He's already in my DMs. Sorry.
oh boy.
Little Lizzo
Is that
there.
lizard or something?
That is a little Lizzo, yes.
Okay. Make sure you check out the YouTube channel.
Hashtag
YouTubes.
Guilty pleasure.
Just look for us at Rutten River Pursuits Podcast.
When you're not binging atbbq.com.
This episode and all our others available, as always, on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.
I heart those radios.
Do you really?
Yep.
I like Spotify.
Except for when you share a Spotify account
Things just pop up.
and then you realize Will's listening to it on his iPhone and you're like, do you want to listen to it on your iPhone? I'm like, how much do I value my marriage right now?
Yeah.
Let's listen to it on my iPhone.
And then I'd pop over to the iHeartRadio.
Love it. Well played, folks. I missed the boys, but I think we did just fine.
Merry,
think so,
happy
too.
everything, fellas.
Exactly. I can't wait until we get into episode 3 of the Christmas extravaganza, which is coming up next.
Yeah.
What do you guys hear what we got in store for you?
You got any hints?
Some insight?
I'll take a hint.
I mean, we talked about ATBBQ. How about y'all get a little bit of tips and tricks from the old gourmet Pelé? Might be coming up soon.
Are you kidding?
Oh, it's
Shut your
happening.
mouth when you're talking to me.
It's happening. I know Hunt Camp's going to be joining us too.
Oh, very
Hunt Camp
cool.
was in the house.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Uh-huh.
I heard Danny Vish from the Duck Blind
What?
Coffee Company.
OMG.
We did migrate y'all to a better cup in that episode
Amen.
3 of
Really?
the Christmas extravaganza.
Amen.
You could go to duckblind.online.
And I got to tell
I
you.
love that.
We have a duck
URL.
blind coffee rub too.
Oh,
Ugh.
that's right.
Can we talk about that?
Please, can we talk about it? It's
Not
delicious.
yet.
Oh,
I
dang
don't
it.
think we can.
All right, coming soon. We'll be able to talk about a duck blind coffee rub.
I thought that was supposed to be under wraps.
Well, it's in my cabinet.
It will be.
So
There will be.
Well, after you rub it
there
all
will
over,
be rubs.
rub it all over a brisket and then wrap that.
I
Yeah.
drink your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Such a great movie.
Bring a mood list.
I'm looking forward to seeing if I can't get that 50 caliber flintlock to go off. Or just in my case. Then there's a lot of profanity that follows. But as a group, as a whole,
Yeah.
I think we've had an above average year.
Bucky got a new ingranol.
That's right.
That's how good it is.
It's such a good year. Let's not make that an annual tradition.
Yeah, an ingranol tradition.
Yeah.
The Resi Hots are buffalo sauce.
Yeah. That's really, really unreplaceable.
With a,
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Oh, yeah.
as they say in Bedford County near Cove Creek, Italian.
Nat King Cole sang that song.
He did.
Unreplaceable.
That is what you are.
That's what Resi Hut is. But this was like the very.
That's why I love. I'm sorry.
It's a good voice. It's a good song.
You nailed that one, bud. I'm proud of you. You guys talk of cilantro and sweet potatoes,
Like it's nothing.
and yet I
We've
still come
turned
here
your corner.
and eat.
Yes, you do. Again and again.
And it's delicious every time.
And I
don't
send
get it.
food home with you too.
Yeah. Like
I
the.
don't understand.
You guys are turning me into some kind of weirdo. Sweet potato eating cilantro hugger.
God. I love it.